gosh. Nintendo is the weirdest company in existence because they just know how to casually do the weirdest things ever. They just casually announced that Nintendo Switch 2 is coming this fiscal year. Yep, it's 100% true now. All the speculation can finally end as Nintendo just came out during this year's financial briefing and reported that yes, the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming. Now let me be clear, we know it's getting announced this fiscal year because Nintendo actually tweeted out, "This is Furukawa, president of Nintendo. We will make an announcement about the successor to Nintendo Switch within this fiscal year. It will have been over 9 years since we announced the existence of Nintendo Switch back in March 2015. We will be holding a Nintendo Direct this June regarding the Nintendo Switch software lineup for the later half of 2024. But please be aware that there will be no mention of the Nintendo Switch successor during that presentation." Like, are we serious? This cannot be real. It's just so crazy to think that we have been talking about this thing for years now. And the whole beginning of this year, January, February, March, even April, just speaking on rumors and leaks about this new console. And finally we hear it from Nintendo's mouth that it's real. And some people might be like, what's the point? Didn't we kind of know this? No, I mean, Nintendo never has talked about the console, ever. They have never even confirmed that there was another console coming after Switch. This has all been rumors and leaks up until now, but now it's official. We can actually talk about the console. We can now properly speculate when is it coming, what is it going to do, and what are the games going to be, because we know it's transition time, baby. Now, we've known this thanks to the lineup coming out right now. All we had this year is some pretty small titles, even though they've been some interesting ones like Princess Peach Showtime. Obviously, we have Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door coming, and the last game we have is Luigi's Mansion 2 in June, and we were asking, what's the deal with this? Is this all Nintendo has? And it's clear that not only did Nintendo announce that the next Switch is going to be announced within this year or the beginning of next year, we also know Nintendo's having a Direct in June. They just casually announced, oh yeah, hey, we're still having a Nintendo Direct in June. Now, this Direct isn't going to have any information within the next console, which makes sense, focus on the games. But you know what kind of implications that holds? This Nintendo Direct can be freaking huge. I mean, they literally have the opportunity to announce some games for Switch 2, and it won't even be weird. The game console is pretty much announced. We don't know what it's called or what it's going to be yet, but we know it's coming. And we know that Nintendo can technically reveal some games that could be coming to it. This could finally be where we see that launch title. This could be where we finally see more information on Metroid Prime 4 that could be coming to that console. Maybe more information on, the new 3D Mario. Like, this is actually real. This Nintendo Direct in June can be huge. Now, yes, we know Nintendo always likes the word it's going to focus on stuff coming for the rest of the year, but Nintendo. How many Nintendo Directs have we had where they showed some type of big game coming off in the future? So I'm still just trying to sit here and just soak all this in because there's so much going on. Now, Nintendo has actually some huge sale predictions and goals for the rest of this year with current Switch, which is making a lot of people believe that Nintendo still have some big surprises up their sleeves for the end of the current Nintendo Switch, which is kind of crazy. So is there like another huge title coming that we don't know yet? It's very possible. Could Metroid Prime 4 actually be that huge holiday title that, is actually going to come at the end of the current Switch? It's also hard to say. We're just gonna have to wait and see, but it seems like Nintendo actually has games planned. Like, after Luigi's Mansion 2, there's still gonna be stuff coming out, and this could actually be where we see all those things like Metroid Prime 2 and 3, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, maybe even a Kid Icarus Uprising, F-Zero GX make a return. Just some of the classic games that we've been hoping to see return as we get throughout the rest of this year. So maybe this year isn't, after all, going to be a super slow year. Maybe just a super slow start, and things are starting to take off finally. So man, with a June Direct slated, and the fact that we're getting an announcement of this new console sometime in this fiscal year, it makes me wonder, okay, when is that actual official announcement going to be? They said it would be no word of the new console in June, but it doesn't mean it can't be revealed before June. There's a chance we could get a reveal for the new console, a little bit before the June Nintendo Direct. maybe that would help them to reveal some games for that console as well a little bit easier. But my best bet is that they're going to wait probably until the September-October months, you know, when you're about 5-6 months out until the console releases, because I'm still expecting the console to release at the beginning of next year. So I'm kind of expecting Nintendo to show this thing off at the end of this year. I'm expecting around the month of September is when we're finally going to see an overview of what this new console is and an overview of the games coming to this new console. Now, I've seen some people online state that the translation could actually mean this quarter and not this fiscal year, which if that's the case, this quarter is between April 1st to June 3rd. So there's a chance that they think that there could be some announcement, you know, before or shortly after that June Direct, but it just doesn't quite make sense to me, you know, especially considering the fact that Nintendo tweeted out the translated version. So I think they know what they're talking about. There's going to be some announcement within this fiscal year. I'm still predicting the end of this year. I am just seriously ecstatic. I cannot believe that it is finally time. It is finally time to get hype for Switch 2, and it's just a matter of time until we get some big new games revealed for current Switch and a big presentation for the next Switch. I'm glad Nintendo just decided to finally announce this thing and make it real, because we could have easily gone into the end of this year still not knowing anything about the next Switch. And the fact that Nintendo even wanted to open up and tell us about the upcoming Nintendo Direct in June really is awesome. Once again, they could have just left us in the dark for the rest of this month, making us wonder aimlessly what's going to happen with Nintendo. I mean, after their big kind of shuffle at the beginning of this year where it looked like they were going to have a February Direct and it ended up being a partner showcase. And then the rumors were suggesting a big March reveal for the console, and obviously there was some apparently internal delays which pushed it back, and it seems like Nintendo was just spending the last couple of months trying to figure out their way, trying to figure out what the heck they were going to do and what their lineup was going to look like and how they were going to change things and switch things around at the last second. And finally they decided to announce things. Now, I feel like with this information, we can now just enjoy the upcoming games and not have to worry too much. We can just kind of relax and rest this year without being restless trying to figure out what's going on. We can enjoy Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door now, and we can enjoy Luigi's Mansion 2, and then we get a pretty good June Nintendo Direct, it looks like, giving us some more games to look forward to. So it is now finally hype, and it's time to be a Nintendo fan once again. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know in the comments down below how excited you are to learn this information of Switch 2 getting revealed very soon. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all on the next one. See you guys.